What's up, Transformer fans and toy collectors? This is Zagatron with another figure review. And today, I'll be reviewing the Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron Trilogy Core Class Megatron. And this figure is from the second wave of these Kingdom figures. So let's take a closer look at Megatron in packaging. So right up front there, we have a nice image of Megatron there on the run. And you see the Nemesis right behind him there. There is Megatron in packaging. We have the Kingdom logo there. We have the Transformers Generations logo on the side. His name is Megatron, and he is a core class figure. In the back of the packaging, we have Megatron in his robot and his vehicle mode, and he transforms in 12 steps. So now that we've taken a look at Megatron in packaging, let's get him out of packaging. And here's Core Class Megatron out of packaging, and he's a little guy with big, broad shoulders. And let's take a closer look at him. I'm loving the detail on this guy. I'm loving the paint apps on the chest. I'm loving all this detail here in the middle. I love that red paint. All this is very reminiscent of G1. See if I could take a closer look at that head sculpt. Very, very nice looking head sculpt. My copy came out a little bit scuffed here on the top, but I didn't notice that when I bought them, so well, that's not a big deal. But overall, nice detail. Not bad at all for a core class or Legends class figure. This big old hunk of tank right here in his back, but this is the new Megs. He's a tank. So articulation for the figure. His head's on a ball joint. His shoulders are on a ball joint, so you do get shoulder rotation. He has an elbow bend, which is also on a ball joint. There is no wrist rotation on him. We do have waist rotation. We do have knee bend. He could do the high kicks. There is no ankle tiltage or any ankle articulation whatsoever. So overall, not a bad looking figure. As far as his accessories go, here is his G1 self, the Walther P38, as was Megatron in G1. Very, very nice nod. This is one of the nice surprises that this figure came with. When I took him out of package, I'm like, wow, this is so cool. And this will be nicely to pair up with the core class Starscream. You have him holding Megs in his alt mode. Very cool. And you can have Megs. You can have Megs holding Megs. There you go. Have Megatron holding himself. And if you want to store his weapon, just flip him around. He does have these two pegs right there on his back, and the gun just slides right there on his back, and he just holds it right there. Very nice. And for comparison, here he is with his arch nemesis, core class Optimus Prime. And those two look very good together. All right. So now we have that. Let's transform core class Megatron. All right, to begin transformation, let's remove his weapon. All right, first thing we do, this arm cannon, we rotate it upwards. And so this hand is on a mushroom peg, so we're going to rotate, and it's going to cover his forearm until it looks like that. We're going to get this arm, and then we're going to rotate it outwards. So this peg is facing outward. All right, so now we go to the back, and then we flip over these tank treads over like that. And so now we have the front of the tank. So now his arms, we're just gonna flip them up like that. Same thing on the other side. All right, and so then there's a little port on the side of his arm that's gonna plug in right there on his cannon. And so everything should be nice and tight. And so then I'm gonna flip them out, and so there's these two little pegs. They're going to plug in right there to those ports. We're just gonna put a tight squeeze on it, and that's it. That's locked in there. So now I'm gonna flip this guy over, so we have him facing like that, and then we're going to rotate the bottom portion of his legs. So now that we have these tank treads facing outwards, so then we're gonna flip him around, and so then we're going to detach his leg like that, and it opens up. Same thing with the other one. So you get something like that, and then it's just gonna bend, and so there's that little tab in that's just gonna tab on the side, and so it should snap into place like that. Same thing for the other leg. See, everything snaps into place. And so we're just going to come to the front of the tank, and so everything, that notch there, that should tab right in to the side. And then we have that side of the tank. So we come around to the other side. Let me straighten this out a little bit. And that's that side. This one came loose. Let me put it together. And that should be it. The tank is complete. So now we add the finishing touch. And so we get G1 megs here. And so this port is going to go right into that end of the cannon. And so now we have a locked and loaded cannon. And this is pretty cool because this also rotates a full 360. That's a very, very cool with this figure. The one problem that I have with this vehicle mode is they didn't put any wheels on the bottom, which they could have. They could have added some little wheels here. But then again, this is just me nitpicking. So basically, you just, I guess you could slide him. He does, I guess he does slide pretty freely. But other than that, yes, this is a cool feature. This turret, and the tank is very well detailed as well. getting an up close look at the tank. Very nice looking tank. And so, for comparison, here he is with Core Class Optimus Prime. See how those two look together? And they look nice together. All right. And so for my final thoughts on this figure, he gets an 8 out of 10 from me. I'm just nitpicking here, but they could have added wheels to the tank mode. And I'm not too big into his shoulder pads, but I guess for the engineering and the design, I get it. I'm just nitpicking here. This is a $10 figure, and they've done a pretty good job with him. So I do recommend him, especially at that price point. So I picked this guy up at Target, and these second waves are starting to hit store shelves right now. So get them while they're hot. So that's it for me. Please make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to comment down below. Make sure to share. And that's it for me. This is Megatron signing out. And this is the Transformers Generations War for Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom Core Class Megatron. Thank you for watching.